to Mommy Loves Gardening. Today I'm going to talk about how to revive an orchid. What do I do to rescue my dying orchid? Ayan po. So, because sometimes it happens that we neglect them for quite some time, even for a couple of months. Ayan po. And until we notice that they look like dying, they have yellow leaves. What could be the cause? Actually, even after we treated them with fertilizers and spray some pesticide, or homemade pesticide, but still they look not healthy and still not recovering. So what could be the reason behind it? I'd like to share to you based from my experience. Just to clarify po, I'm not an expert. I'm only learning based from my own experience of taking care of my plants, my orchids, and all this around me here. And I hope you like this video, finish this video. And by the way, I would like to thank Miss Happy Renicola for requesting this content. And shout out to Sir Dennis Villasoto. He's an expert landscaper in Capiz. So for those of you who are living in Capiz and you want to landscape your backyard, contact him through his Facebook account, through his messenger. Ayan po. Shout out also to Ma'am Evelyn Santos, to Ate Filipina Bobot Bautista, to Ma'am Emma Alegora, and to Ma'am Elvira Amparo, to Ma'am Dolores Carino Casino. Maraming salamat po for your inspiring comments on my Facebook page. So please follow my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Signs of unhealthy orchids: wrinkled leaves, holes on the leaves, rotting canes, dark spots on the leaves, and often yellow leaves. Okay, see this one po. I just pulled her out of this pot. Okay, so normally when this happens, that your orchid seem to look sick, yan po, naninilaw yung dahon, para siyang may sakit, na hindi nyo po naintindihan yung dahon niya, parang mapangit. Ayan, may dilaw-dilaw. Parang isang simptomas po iyan ng merong pumipinsala sa kanyang ugat, o kaya kailangan na talaga natin siyang i-repot. Maaaring sobrang nagsisiksika na po ang kanyang roots o mayroong nabubulok na ugat sa ilalim. So you have to check po. Kailangan nyo po siyang tanggalin sa paso kung lalo na po kung nakapaso. Ito po talagang problema ng orchids kapag nasa paso. Once in a while, kailangan nyo po silang i-check kapag hindi tumitigil ang paninilaw ng dahon at parang panghihina ng dahon. So, kahit po may bago siyang tubo. So, you really have to check what's inside there. Kasi po, ayan o, tingnan nyo. Merong slug. Linta. Ayan. Common po yan sa orchids. Yan. Common po yan sa orchids. So, i-check nyo po yung ilalim ng paso. Baka po merong suso o slug. You call it. Minsan po, mismong suso. Meron talaga. Yung merong shell. Meron din po nun yung medyo maliit. Kahit nga po malaki, pumupunta sa orchid. So, paborito po nila dyan kasi malamig. Ayan. So, how to avoid that? If you don't have time to repot your orchid right away, you may use an Epsom salt. Half spoonful will do. Just pour on your orchid. Or the other way is to pound garlic and onion, soak them in the water for at least an hour, and filter them using a cloth. Now you have a 2-in-1 solution, an organic fertilizer and a pesticide. I have recently discovered this and it really works. So I already took out the slug, and meron pa pong isang tinatawag po yun na uraro. Uraro tawag ni mama doon ng aking pong mother. It's parang insekto siya na gumagapang sa ilalim. For sure meron din po ito kasi meron din yung ibang orchids ko. But it has healthy roots. Hindi ko po siya diniligan ng 2 days na. Hindi ko siya dinidiligan kasi suspecha ko din po is root rot. Ayan, ito po, yan. So tanggalin niyo po yung bad roots. So far, wala naman siyang gaanong bad roots po. Yang puting roots, okay po yan. So, yan. May tumubo lang na fern sa kanya.
Fern.
Yan. And thank you to my husband for completing my 3-branch orchid stand. I'm actually mounting the orchids that I am propagating. Some orchids that seem to be not growing. One reason why our orchids seem to be like not healthy and like doesn't really grow is because of the location. Kung saan po natin sila inilagay is because of the position. Ayan. So where do we put them? Minsan po ayaw nila doon. So ibahin po natin sila ng pwesto. We just try to move them around the house until we notice that they are growing well. Ayan, ibig sabihin gusto ko nila yung place na yun. So, ayan po, based from my own experience. You notice that the leaves of your orchids are turning yellow and the stems, or you call it cane, ayan po, para social lang konti. O yung cane niya po is seem to be rotting. That means that some of its roots are rotting. So you have to check underneath. You have to check the roots. And this is normally the case of potted orchids. Ayan po ang kadalasang sakit o kadalasang na-encounter ng mga naka-potted na orchids. Yung mga naninilaw na dahon, nararat yung sanga niya kasi po minsan overwater, water retention hanggang sa nabubulok yung roots. Or another reason are the slugs and the snails and yung iba pa pong klaseng insekto katulad ng, ang tawag ng mama ko doon urato, minsan makikita mo sila sa ilalim ng paso. So yun actually yung kumakain sa ugat ng orchids po natin. Kaya sila nagkakaganon. This is an example of an orchid having holes on its leaves due to insect bites, or it could be slugs. Actually, they look so much better now since I transferred them here, since I managed to take care of them and no more root rotting also. And of course, I managed to clean them up. Okay, so I just attached my one dendrobium here. I really don't know, I already forgotten what color of flower is this dendrobium. This one, and these three vandas I have, this was since last year. So isa po yan sa mga banda na nahihirapan akong patubuin kasi po actually it was dying. Talagang akala namin patay na yan kasi ngat-ngat po yan ng kambing last year. So ayan, pero hanggang ngayon hindi ata siya maganda dun sa pinaglagyan ko. So hopefully maging masaya siya dyan, tumubo siya at magbulaklak na. Pero isa sa kanila, parang ito ata, nagbulaklak na to twice. She flowered twice, but these two still haven't flowered yet. So, nakalimutan ko na po yung bulaklak niyan. Pero alam ko maganda yan kaya ako binili. Pero mula lang bili ko dyan kasi po, ano po yan, babying, parang seedlings yung tawag dyan. Baby pa po. So, ito, may bulaklak siya nung binili ko, kaya lang, ano siya po yung nagkaroon ng snail sa ugat. So, andyan na siya. So, hopefully, maging okay siya dyan. Ayan, may bago siyang tubo. Ayan. So, lahat po yan maalagaan ko sa baby ko kasi malapit lang. I can spray fertilizer on them even twice a week para ma-revive sila. So, ayan po. So, I'm gonna tie this up now. This one. And the most important part of reviving an orchid is to fertilize them on a regular basis. So, make sure that we fertilize them or we feed them twice a week. Ayan po. So, that's what I do with my orchids. Until they have fully recovered, then I make it once a week. If your orchid got too dry, then soak the root of your orchids in a water with the proper amount of fertilizer. Leave it for at least overnight or 24 hours. Okay, so now let's talk about fertilizer. How to use fertilizer for an orchid. So I have here this fertilizer, the pink color. This is for flowering. This is a flower booster fertilizer. So hindi po siya, this is not an expensive one. This is one of the cheapest fertilizer you could get for your orchid. So another one is this one, the green color. This green color is para siyang revitalizing for green leaves. Application is based on the type of fertilizer you are using. I just want to share the fertilizer I am using for my orchids. Okay, so I have this to tie it here. So, ayan.
Ayan. What is ayan?
Ayan, there. Ayan is there.
Okay. But cannot talk. Oops, I cannot talk. Cause my mommy will angry me. So there.
Ayan po. So, ganyan lang po kasi ito nakikita niyo po ba? So,
Sir?
don't cover me!
They're angry already. Don't cover me.
Ayan, ganyan lang po. Ayan. Isang talian lang yan.
Okay, I'm going to roll
Give me the
something.
scissor.
Give me scissor. Go!
matagal na po yan, since last year. So, actually, ayan po, what happened? What happened to her po, she was eaten by the goat.
Wow!
Nakain po yan ng kambing, ayan o.
Kambing.
Kaya para siyang mamamatay na, parang wala na po talaga siyang chance. Kaya lang, I just never wanna let go of her. So, I tried. And may mga shoots naman pong bagong tumubo. But until now, hindi pa rin siya nagbubulaklak at mabagal po ang kanyang paglaki. So, I decided to move her here. So, hopefully, since she's very near to me, I can take care of her with the fertilizers and all. So, maybe I'm gonna spray fertilizer twice a week. Yan. So, that's what I'm gonna do with them. And so, samahan niyo po ako. Ito po, tinatali ko lang po sila. I'm using this wire to tie them out here. So, siguro po mga ganitong kahaba, okay na yan. These are the 3 branches that we've taken from yung dun po sa natumbang napakalaking puno. I have a video of that. Please watch that video. Ano po yun? That's a funny video. That's a fun video yan. Exciting video po yun. So, I was very excited there because of these 3 branches that we've collected. Baka pwede pa ako makapaglagay ng isang palo. Huwag masyadong maikpit kasi po masasaktan siya.
Ouch!